The courses are dope, but in the US, you have a vast market. I operate in a region with 400,000 population, small market. Will the courses be relevant in such a small market? Absolutely. Absolutely. The market has nothing to do with it. The size of it has nothing to do with it. In fact, there's tools to look at who's around you so that you can understand who I should be targeting. Hey, this is what I like to do. Let me pick a niche and look at who I should be targeting. Absolutely. Absolutely. Does it make sense to present price proposal in the form of a video, 2D FX explainer video and presentation? It doesn't hurt, but it may not help. It may require too much of your time unless you have a pre-made something you can drag and drop, but it doesn't hurt. If it's a really big client, I'm going all out. I've had clients that were 40, 50,000. I'm going all out. Usually I like to show up in person because I like to answer questions, right? I like to make sure I overcome objections in person. I like to assure and reassure the client that we've done this before. This is what we do. Remember, we want to be less of a gamble and more of an investment. With value and with behind the scenes footage and with a great demo reel, we're getting looked at it more as more of a sure thing, an investment, and less of a gamble. Think about it. You walk into a restaurant, it's an Italian restaurant, the walls are bare. You like, this look like a gamble. I hope they food good. You go into a restaurant and it's bread on the wall, wine, you smell bread, they're bringing food through and it looks like a piece of Italy. You like, this is a sure thing. Even if the food is bad, think about that. You are that restaurant. When people do business with you and they're standing in your facility or on your website or talking to you on the phone or looking at your proposal, they're literally standing in your restaurant. Do you have a hole in the wall that's terrible? Or does your establishment show what you're about? It showed the project from beginning to end. You got to look at your brand and says, does my brand display and portray what I'm about, what I do? Does it make clients feel comfortable to do business with me? That's what you got to figure out. If I have a contract to produce video and the client reschedules a shooting day, but the delivery date doesn't change, how do you let them know that they may not get the same deliverables? That's a great question. Two things I usually do. If the shoot date changes, but the delivery date needs to stay the same, they're going to have to click a box to ask for expedited service. That box is going to be attached to a dollar amount. Them wanting to move stuff around is going to cost them. It's not going to cost me. Now, realistically, if I'm in a situation and I have the flexibility to do it, I like this client, been working with him for a minute, I may let it slide if I ain't got nothing to do, but I'm not going to let it slide quietly. I'm going to let it slide loud. Like if you on a date with me and the bill come, you ain't got to worry about what the check is. I'm going to say it. Dang, this mug, $60. Wow, $60. I'm going to pay it, but you're going to know about it.
Hey, pause for a second. I know you're in the middle of something dope, but I want to make sure I tell you about a course over at FlashFilm Academy that changed the game for me. It literally took my business from attracting mostly low-end clients to consistently landing bigger clients with bigger budgets. It's called the 5 Key Steps for Creating an Effective Portfolio That Converts. If you're a photographer, videographer, editor, or graphic designer, this course teaches you how to take what your brand does well and present those things in a way to help the client understand how your brand can help solve their problem. This course isn't just about editing, but helping you understand that when clients are trying to make a decision on why or even if they should work with you, blasting them with your best video clips set to music just won't cut it anymore. It doesn't set you apart, show value, or help buyers in the process of making a decision. This course teaches you how to create a commercial for your brand, providing a first impression that will help you 10x your ability to land clients. Remember, if you can't effectively tell your story, clients won't hire you to effectively tell their story. Create a demo reel that sells the client before you even speak to them. Go ahead, click the link. Let's get started.
What do you think of using Upwork websites to start freelancing video? I love it. I told a lot of people to get on Upwork, get on Fiverr. If you do video editing, if you're a colorist, if you create explainer videos, we live in 2021. You can make a whole lot of money from your computer. A whole lot of money from your computer. 6 figures from your computer. I know plenty of people who have had successful Fiverr careers. Fiverr, yes, where they've done 160, 180,000 a year. Waking up, going to the computer, like how many jobs I got today, Cool. Stock photography. If you are a content creator and you use your camera every day and if you're not uploading to a stock photography or videography site, you are missing so much money. You'll mess around and upload enough content in your time where that's your 401k. You're missing a lot of money. I did a recent job without a contract and the client went ghost after I provided the video. How should I proceed with attempting to get paid? Okay, but let me first say, I hate it when people answer questions and the answer is what I should have did. So I'm gonna give you what you should have did and I'm gonna give you what you should do. What you should have did, two things, obviously, is had a contract. Don't ever do business with nobody, not even your mama, without a contract. You only gonna hurt yourself. When you cut these corners, you only hurting yourself. You're not hurting the client. When I deliver a video, if there's a remaining invoice, there's a watermark across the middle of the freaking video that says invoice pending. I do that on purpose. Right? Because you know why? Because big clients is like, look, let me pay this now because I don't want to send this to my boss for revisions with this. I take it off. They pay me, they send it. If they make revisions or go back to a point where they start owing me money again because they want to do this, that, and the other, it goes back on. That's one thing I always do with every client. Unless I have a client that I've worked with a lot and I know them, then I may let it slide. What you should do moving forward is you may have to contact a lawyer. Or it depends if it's a small company or a mom and pop shop. Is it one person you chasing for money or is it a group of people? It's different. Group of people is usually easy to get in contact with somebody and get paid. If it's one person, it's deliberate, they know what they're doing, and they're probably not going to pay you. You have to determine how much time you want to dedicate to chasing $20. Do I grab a domain name that has a .com or is it okay to use a .co or a .io? Struggling with this decision. This is another thing that's covered in the course. These are, I just want to make sure I highlight things that we go over in the course. So people are like, well, I'm not pushing it. I'm just telling you, like, these are the questions I get a lot of them are on the course. And I go into detail as to when you should even get a domain and why. I like .com because it comes natural. I really started to like .io. I don't know why, but .com is just what's the most common. I would highly suggest that because if I say, look me up on the internet at FlashFilm, you're going to put .com. You're not going to put nothing else. So I would always suggest that. Hey, keep in mind that the video you just watched contains clips from a longer lecture that's available to our gold members at FlashFilmAcademy.com. You can go to FlashFilmAcademy.com to watch the complete lectures if you want to get all the gems and all the information, or you can stay on the channel and continue watching some of our content here. Just click one of those boxes somewhere around here. You know where to go. Right up in here, somewhere, wherever it pops up, you know what to do. You got this.